President Trump has moved to fire Lisa Cook. From what I understand, this is all new to me. So from what I understand, he has fired her, and it's going to have to go through a court in order to see if she can remain on or not. I'm actually not 100% sure, but President Trump has moved to fire Lisa Cook, a member of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, on Monday. In a letter addressed to Cook and shared in a Truth Social post on the same day, Trump said, quote, "Pursuant to my authority under Article 2 of the Constitution of the United States and the Federal Reserve Act of 1913 as amended, you are hereby removed from your position of Board of Governors from the Federal Reserve effective immediately." The reason for her removal, citing what Trump referred to as deceitful and potentially criminal conduct based on a criminal referral from William Pulte, the director of Federal Housing Finance Agency. Trump says the referral provided sufficient reason to believe that Cook has made false statements on one or more mortgage agreements. According to the letter, Cook alleged to sign a document addressing that a property in Michigan would be her primary residence for the next year, before signing another in Georgia just 2 weeks later. Trump said, quote, "It's inconceivable that you were not aware of the first commitment when making the second. It is impossible that you intended to honor both." End quote. In his letter, Trump emphasized the importance of integrity at the central bank, highlighting its role in setting interest rates along with regulating reserve and member banks. Quote, "The American people must be able to have full confidence in the honesty and members entrusted with setting policy and overseeing the Federal Reserve." End quote. He concluded by saying, "In light of your deceitful and potentially criminal conduct in a financial matter, they cannot, and I do not have such confidence in your integrity." End quote. Last week, Trump intensified his attacks on the Federal Reserve by asking Cook to step down over mortgage fraud allegations. "Cook must resign now," was the Truth Social post that came out. Cook responded to the allegations, saying that she had, quote, "no intention of being bullied to step down," end quote, while adding that she takes any question regarding her financial history very seriously. So again, we'll see how this all shakes out. Here's the good news. Regardless of whatever happens here, the good news here is that the market really does not seem to be fazed by this at all. Frankly, yesterday, in fact, let's go back and take a look at the SPY. This is actually a really good segue. I know I didn't break down the SPY technicals like I normally do, so this is actually a really good time to do it. Yesterday's action, pretty telling. I had said yesterday on the show that, one of my calls was that we're probably going to trade up one more time before September here, but we probably won't set a new all-time high. And then maybe the NVIDIA earnings report will be that final catalyst to roll us over. Well, we did set a new all-time high on Friday on that huge power candle, but yesterday's session to me was telling. I'd love to get your opinion about this. So we held on Friday into the after hours, and then when we opened in the morning, we were down slightly. When the show started here, we traded up. We really got pretty close to that consolidation area, but we couldn't break above it. We certainly didn't set a new all-time high. We really didn't even challenge it. It was very, very low volume yesterday. And then we showed some more weakness here into the close. So with the pre-market being down here, S&P futures here down 0.14%, Dow futures down 0.14%, and the NASDAQ here down 0.18%. This, to me, given all of the stuff that's going on and all of the rhetoric back and forth, this, to me, is the market doesn't care. I would have to imagine that the people that are involved in politics or really follow it, they're the ones that actually care. Market here, at least so far in the pre-market, telling you this is kind of a non-factor. To me, it sure looks like, with everything that we have set up that we've been talking about for what feels like a month now, sure feels like this is probably the temporary top right now. Let's see what NVIDIA earning. I'm talking about a market that's potentially going to move down here in September. The reality here is that if NVIDIA just blows these earnings out and then guides higher and has really rosy things, frankly, to say in their earnings report, there's no stopping SPY from going higher, or the Qs. I mean, a lot of it's going to depend on the reaction. Maybe traders will sell it as they view that we're at peak earnings. While I expect the market to move down because of seasonality, it's certainly not a guarantee. And the reality is that these NVIDIA earnings could really set the stage for whatever that next move is. So the all-time high is going to be the upside level that I'm going to be watching. My gut tells me that we're not really going to challenge that here today. I've got that value at 640, 650. I don't think that gets challenged today. To me, it makes a lot more sense that we maybe roll over a little bit and test this 20-day moving average. We got that at 637.39. So I don't know. Let's see if we roll over here, maybe hold this. I wouldn't even be surprised if it was another low volume day. Clearly, the two big events this week are the NVIDIA earnings and the PCE print that we get on Friday. So if the market is kind of in that holding pattern as we wrap up summer here, that would make a lot of sense to me. So as far as key levels go, I only have two for you. It's going to be the all-time high from Friday at 646.50, and then the 20-day moving average down there at 637.39. If we close within these, we close within these. That's it. And we'll probably keep moving sideways here.